I think just like showing me that he's my refreshment, and like when I get into certain mindsets that he is above those, and that he can take you out of those, and that he like refreshes you, even if you've had a hard week, even if your mind hasn't been thinking about the stuff that you want to think about, or you just don't know how you're doing, but like he refreshes you, and you don't have to be in a happy place to be able to get refreshed or to spend time with him.
Realmente sé que Dios está trabajando mucho en mí, es en todavía tener más confianza en Él, tener más confianza que sí puedo hacer las cosas. ¿Por qué? Porque siento que Dios, de algo que yo no contaba en mi mente de pensar en navegación, ahora se está haciendo posible al estar nomás confiando en Dios y estar agarrado de su mano, y Él nos está llevando sobre esta escuela. Es más que nada confiando mucho en Dios. Eso es lo que yo siento que Dios nos está enseñando en este tiempo, confiar mucho y decir, sí lo puedo hacer. Eso es lo que Dios me ha enseñado.
Something God has shown me is that I'm not a machine, that I'm not just a puppet for him to use. When I first came here, I had this like, I'm gonna do everything by myself and I've got it all under control, and I'm gonna let God use me as a puppet, and then when the school's over I'll have everything figured out and all this stuff. And I get here and God's like, you're gonna sit. And I was like, I hate sitting, why? And then he said, you're going to learn. And I was like, I thought I was done with school. Why are you making me do this again? And he pressed in that I am not a machine. You are not a machine. You are my daughter. You are my delight. Stop treating yourself like a machine. And the longer I've been here, the more I feel like I am walking with the Lord. Not just bringing Bibles to a nation, or not just bringing like God to them, being like, this is God, have fun. This is more of a relationship with God.
I guess I kind of had like this moment, and it was just like, you're trying too hard, basically. Like, just enjoy the moment, enjoy where you are. Stop thinking about what's going to come next, because your current present was your yesterday's next. Like how you hear things like, well, tomorrow's the day that never comes. Well, today is yesterday's tomorrow. I mean, it kind of does come in a way. And so if I am so concerned with my next now, I don't really get to experience my previous next, which is now also. So I started kind of thinking of it that way, to just be fully in the moment, take it all in, and pay attention to the process, pay attention to what's going on during this time.
It's wonderful, and out of that surrender and submission, my life has been, it's where joy comes from, it's where peace comes from, it's where patience and grace and everything, contentment is found in surrender, and I've been getting to experience that. And people ask me all the time, like, oh, are you lonely, like traveling as a single girl? And I'm like, no, like Jesus is with me all the time. He says, I will never leave you or forsake you. Like, my presence is established with you. And so, all the things about going to the unreached people groups, the isolated people groups, and all these big things that the Lord has called me to, before any of that, he said, this is who you are and this is how I see you. And a word that I got at the beginning of this year, before any of this ever came about, was the Lord said, you know who you are in me, so now you can do what I have called you to do. And that's the place where our ministry should flow, is that intimacy with Christ and being close to his heart and his voice And so, yeah, it's been a really fun past couple of 2 months.
I definitely feel like with the knowledge that I've gained, especially in the boating world, one, it makes me want to pursue it even more. And two, like I want to do it as a family. And so like I want my wife to go through the same training. I want my kids to learn. And so like for me, the love of God is the biggest thing that I can give away. And so like if I can arrive on an island with a smile on my face and be the first foreigner, I guess you could say, you know, like it's like, man, I want to do that. And the only way I can get there is a boat. And so like, I think that's the driving force behind why I even decided to do the school. I mean, there's many other reasons, but that's probably the primary one, is like, God is like, what if the only way people can hear is by boat? And I'm like, all right, sign me up. Like, I don't know anything about them, but I'm in.